downtown Minneapolis. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us inside beautiful U.S. Bank Stadium, the home of the Vikings. The kicker, Will Reichard, has the ball on the tee. And off we go from Minneapolis. Brown now to return it. Now an opening past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. First and 10. Williams in motion. On play action, he'll set up to throw.
Yeah. The ball you got on it. Oh, you messed it up.
Right there in the area. Instead, it brings up second down.
Yeah. 2, 6.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Oh, intercepted on the second play of the game. Picked off by Josh Metellus. And he's going to bring this one back. Wow, less than a minute into the game. It's a pick six and an early touchdown. Reichard good with the extra point. And the Vikings are very quickly out to a 7-0 lead.
Okay.
Reichard out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
Yeah.
First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They'll throw out of the gun. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
That throw right on the money for the former Miami quarterback, and it's a first down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, but he really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him. He really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand. Live to play another snap.
Now, faking the give.
No, it's my water. Right.
Just to avoid the sack. And it'll set up a third down.
You can have some of mine?
The whole idea of the play action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down.
Yeah, take it to mom and let her up.
It allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
Now they'll set up to throw. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown.
These are the play calls
no, you can't. No fancy.
Coordinators use to just get their quarterback in their passing game into some sort
It is a soda.
Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Oh, the ball is out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds, so possession does not change hands.
For what?
A sigh of relief
There's
there.
nothing
That
in
was very nearly a
closet.
turnover. Fortunate to see that one, Greg, get
Attic,
fumbled out
closet,
of
storage
And when
space.
that ball came loose, Mike, you could see the entire sideline kind of hold
Sure.
their breath. But they were able to take a little bit of an exhale as they saw that
And
ball,
nothing.
fortunately for them, go out of
Could
bounds.
be.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. He's got it at the 7. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His third catch goes for a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
He's going to lose yardage. How about the defense standing up in the red zone? They'll mark it at the 10. He'll look to throw. Off-balance throw. It's complete. Stop at the 6.
Like a good throw.
And that sets up third and goal.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
Throwing here on third and goal. He'll try to... And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Touchdown, Lions. Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Lions will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. The return starts from the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's second down. To throw, Hooker. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
They need 8 as they come up for third down. Now, Hooker. He'll let this go deep for Diggs. And this ball incomplete on third down. He was looking for Stephon Diggs there. And it's going to bring up fourth down. This one fielded out beyond the 25. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. At their own 33-yard line. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He'll let this one go long for Williams.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Here's Hooker. Throwing downfield, right side, and it's caught. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Give them 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Pair of 7. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. There he goes, inside the 30. Guarantani brings it to the red zone, taken down inside the 20-yard line.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. A handoff as they try to run it here. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down. Reichard's kick is good. And the Vikings will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Williams in motion. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. 2nd down and 8. He'll drop to throw. That's caught by Gibbs. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Back to throw. That ball is caught on the sideline and both feet inbounds. A big 3rd down pickup for a 1st down. 2nd time they've connected on the drive, and this one goes for 17 yards. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They'll look to throw. And he's got Palmer. It's complete. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a 1st down. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
And for the third time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Mekhi Blackmon.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
They face second down and 7. Hooker. That's caught by Chandler. 12 yards on that hookup. It'll be a Vikings first down. Handoff here, up the middle, and he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Hooker. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. Hooker to throw. He'll let this go. Deep for Jefferson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Throwing is Hooker. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jumped that route, challenged the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. The Lions call their first time out as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Here's a 2nd and 12. On play action, he'll set up to throw. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target. And 3rd down coming up. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down. Bates' kick is good. And the Lions will tie this game up here late in the first half.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
This taken in at the 8-yard line. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Now a give, but here comes a reverse. Trying to avoid tacklers there, but the ball is out. The Lions have got it.
Something these running back coaches preach all the time, Mike, is you can't sacrifice the ball for additional yardage, and I think we had a case of that going here. I love the effort. I love the fight. But it can't come at the expense of the ball. Everything in football is about protecting the ball itself. And in this case, just
good hit, my guy.
Loose with it. They're able to pop it loose, and that's a big turnover.
Final moments of this first half, kicking with the lead now, as this one is in the air. Now return coming from the 7. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. Three points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. The third quarter begins with a run. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
Well, they
ain't you poking on the road? You hate. Come on, you hate.
Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down. But
Jeremy.
Into the familiar hands of Justin Jefferson. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a first down. They'll run the toss here to Sanders. And the struggles continue. He's dropped behind the line again.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That's caught downfield by Jefferson. That's the second time they found him on this drive, and this one's good for 24 yards. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. A run up the middle, it's Sanders. And the struggles in the running game continue. They take him down behind the line.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Now, faking the give. That is caught back corner of the end zone. Jalen Nailor. Touchdown, Vikings. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year. The teamwork was just ideal there. Greg, we don't see practice all week, but we see it pay off in the game.
And when you have a wide receiver, Mike, that can operate near the sideline, it just increases the amount of space that quarterback has to work with. He knows that he can put that ball maybe a little bit further away from the defender, knowing he's got the guy on the other end to not only secure the catch, but to keep his feet in bounds for a touchdown.
Brown now to return it. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
On third down, they'll set up to throw. Throw to the sideline. Well done. Good job with the feet. Stays in bounds. It looks like, and yes, they do, have the first down.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Coming across the field, it's St. Brown. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. Now they'll set up to throw. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. That's 17 yards, and that's a first down. They've got it at the 8, first down and goal. Here's Gibbs. And he'll lose yardage here. The defense standing strong in the red zone. They drop him back at the 10.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Moved back to the 10. He'll try here on second and goal. One more time. They try Gibbs. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it is third down. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first. Last two plays have gone backwards. Now, It's 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
You have to wonder if we look back at the end of this game, Mike, and say, was this a prime opportunity for this offense that they blew after that 3rd down sack? Opportunity to take the lead here late in the game, and instead, I think there's a real decision about whether or not they should just take the 3 and chip away at this lead. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
He fields it at the 8. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Hooker going to work from the pistol. To the right side, he's got Hockenson, his tight end. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea.
Trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
He's brought down by Perry on the target. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 42-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 6. To throw, Hooker. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Here's Hooker. And that is incomplete.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
That's a second charge timeout for Minnesota.
9-yard attempt.
The offense staying out there for this 4th down. Now, Hooker. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Carlton Davis. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the goal line. Nearly a pick 6, but he does set up the offense with 1st and goal.
So often, Mike, defenders are just happy the ball ends up in his hands, but not this guy. I mean, the catch was one thing, but then the party really got started. I mean, look at this return. He gets one block. He gets another. He's got teammates springing him all over the field, and this offense is lucky. This thing...
Good blocking, and he's in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Once again, it's Gibbs. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 and extend the lead to 7 points. So a big change here. They go from down 1, score the touchdown, add the 2. Now they lead by 7 as they kick it off. A good return as he takes it across the 30. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll get this up to about the 33-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9. And that one,
Oh, you turn around.
It's incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Nice.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Back to throw. He'll find his tight end, Josh Oliver.
Make the tackle.
First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a first down. He'll drop to throw. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Amik Robertson. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the goal line. Nearly a pick 6, but he does set up the offense with 1st and goal.
Frankly, Mike, a disaster. And I don't know how else to classify it. I mean, that's now 5 turnovers, 3 coming through the air. You're just not going to win games at this level playing and giving the ball away.
An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. First down and goal. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Touchdown, Lions. That's his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's to the left side and taken in by Jefferson. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Hooker. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. They'll look to throw. Open man, left side, he's got it. And he's going to pick up the Vikings' first down. They wind up with a gain of 11 on 4th down. Back to throw. Hooker. Taking this one downfield for Hockenson. And he will score. Game on. T.J. Hockenson. Touchdown, Minnesota. And now they'll go with the more popular of late analytics-driven decision. Down 8, going for 2. two. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points. So with only one timeout left, plus the 2-minute warning, the decision here is go for the onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
First and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes.
They just have to be better on first down. They've got to find a way to continue to operate ahead of the sticks, and I don't mind throwing it on first down. That is the best down in football to attempt a pass, but if they don't protect the passer, none of it's going to matter.
And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. It sets up third down. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Here's a handoff to Gibbs, left side. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. They'll drop to throw. That's a short one caught by Laporta. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. On the handoff, this is Gibbs. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. The Vikings go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it with just under a minute to go in this football game. Well, a touchdown here could be the capper to a victory. It is 1st and goal. They'll run with Gibbs. Trying to find a crease in there. It's a big pile of bodies, but he is going to come up short. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
And I don't think he got there. He did not.
Nuts.
They mark him short. The try for 2 unsuccessful. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. A safe kick taken at the 5. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Here is 1st and 10. Throwing is Hooker. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down. Hooker to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Here's a big one. This 3rd down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That is incomplete. So the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and
Because it's
second
not working,
down,
Mom.
Mike.
You gotta use
in these
show
third
downstairs.
and long situations, must pass is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
He'll look deep here for Diggs. And that final throw here is intercepted. Picked off by Carlton Davis.
All right, so sometimes as a coach, Mike, you just got to step in and take over. And I think in this case, you're going to look at your quarterback and say, I don't care how open that guy looks. If that defender's on that half the field, throw it to the other half. Because this is the second time he has picked you off, and I guarantee the only thing on his mind right now is getting third.
And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So a win for the visitors, the Lions. And this long winning streak showing no signs of slowing down. They put one more in the win column with yet another solid performance here. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.